everyone, welcome back. This is Holly with Holly's Happy Home, and today we are going to be doing our first garden tour. I'm really excited about this. I planted this garden on March the 22nd, even though the video got posted a lot later. Editing is hard, folks. It's hard. I'm learning as I go. The videos will only get better. But that being said, it's been over a month since this was planted, and we have so much growth. If you've watched my previous short, you know that we have already been harvesting some stuff from this garden. We've gotten some patty pan squash, some zucchini, zephyr squash, and I did go ahead and pull my garlic. I didn't record all of it. But I did go ahead and pull my garlic. There's also been some random odds and ends otherwise, but there are so many plants producing, and soon we'll have a very big harvest. But I figured it was a good in-between to go ahead and do a garden tour and show you all the growth that's been happening. Ah, what a beautiful evening. Anyways, these poles and the wire are anticipation for the shade cloth. It's already getting in the 90s during the day here. So we're going to have this shade cloth sooner rather than later so these plants don't get scorched. Right now they're still looking great, but just to have this ready, I'm going to paint these poles a dark green color, I think, almost the color of the squash leaves. It's going to be so pretty. Our rows over here that we have for the zinnias are not doing too hot. The little zinnias are struggling, which is okay. It's kind of a bummer, but it's okay. The grass is just going too strong, and it has not rained since like the beginning of April, which I think has something to do about it. It's just too much to run a sprinkler all the way over here. But the sunflowers are putting in the work. I think we're going to have some sunflowers, which is really exciting. I'm not sure how many, but it looks like almost all of them germinated. So unless they get eaten up by bugs, I think they're going to make it. So hopefully the zinnias will pull through and do the dang thing, and the sunflowers put off some flowers, because that would just be pretty. Even if I get one or two, I'll be happy. We also added a fourth arch trellis down at the end here. In our original video, we only had 3. We decided to add just one more, just to make this a beautiful tunnel once it fills out. I know it'll take time, but I'm already loving the look of it, even though it's empty, so I know full it's just going to be stunning. Our calendula is doing great. It looks like it's already about to flower. And in the raised beds, we already have some flowering, so I know it's going to be any day now. The okra we planted together, I've had to reseed it about 3 times. So some of this is the original stuff that I seeded. And then others, like this one that I need to thin, I went and bought some starts. And I put, I think 5 of them are starts, like that one with multiple here. So my okra just didn't do like wonderful. Now this is one that I had started from seed, and look at the difference, how thick the stalk is, how the leaves look already. There's so many leaves on it, and it's shorter, it's more compact. Compared to these, where they're really tall and skinny, they are getting some leaves, but not quite like that other one. And here's another one I started from seed. So it's interesting to see the difference in the stalk and leaves and the quality of the ones I started by seed versus the starts. Okra is one of those plants that like to be direct sowed. They can obviously be transplanted by starts, but this is proving that the direct sown ones seem to do better. Our little Jack B. Little pumpkins, our first set that we planted together did come up. I need to thin those, but I did have to reseed these 2 more times before those popped up, and they finally did all pop up. So all those need to be thinned. I didn't end up planting anything on this side. Number 1, because of the weeds. Number 2, because doing more research, I think the vines that I plant on this side are going to get big enough to take over both sides. I am so pleasantly surprised about this squash. I don't know if you remember, but this was an heirloom variety blend, and I was really hoping for one of each color. But I have a green zucchini on this side and a yellow zephyr squash on this side. So I did get both colors. These plants are looking amazing. I've already harvested quite a bit from them. I did a little short where I harvested one, but I've harvested more since, and these plants are just loaded. This is my year. I told y'all I got no squash last year. I am so thankful. But these zephyr squash are really neat. Half of them are yellow and half of them are green. And then when they get bigger, the green does fade a little bit. Like you can still see the green down here, but not as prominent as that one. But I wanted to show y'all, this one did not get pollinated. And how I could tell is it's starting to kind of rot on the end. The vine is looking kind of cruddy. I could actually pull this one off. It's not going to get any bigger. It just didn't get pollinated well. So I can pull that one off, which I will do later. The peppers are all looking great. I haven't seen any fruit on these two yet. This is that Aji cachucha pepper, but I do like the look of these. They look very full and just pleasant to look at. The asters, I'm not sure if asters are meant to be a bait flower, but they sure have been. These have really gotten eaten. This was Ford Hook lima beans when we first planted it. They did not make it. So I had mentioned the seeds were very old, but apparently they were too old because they rotted. So I've replaced them with zinnias because zinnias do normally do good. And they are doing good. These are the Oklahoma zinnias. One's a purple color, one's a golden color. And I think I did purple, gold, purple if I'm remembering correctly. But these are like more than a giant zinnia. They've got multiple layers of petals. So I think those are going to be super pretty. Just take a moment and admire these tomatoes because I'm loving these tomatoes. They're so beautiful. I read that San Marzano are indeterminate, meaning they grow to an indeterminate height. But these are looking more bushy than indeterminate. And I'm not sure why that is. I can't seem to find an answer if this is just how San Marzanos grow. I haven't grown these before, but they're staying very bushy while my other indeterminate varieties have gotten very tall and very long, not as bushy. But they are all doing very well. I actually already have some tomatoes. Look at them. Yummy sauce, here we come. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. All these plants are doing very good, and most of them have tomatoes on them. So I know we are going to get a really good tomato harvest. I am so looking forward to that. I got these tomato cages for them, and so far they have done really well. They've only been on them for about 2 weeks, and my other row of tomatoes, I still have to put these on. It's just a ton of projects. I'm getting to it as I go. The loofah is coming up. It's growing really slow, but it's coming. Look at the little babies. I need to thin those out, but they're looking good. And doing more research, I know that these two will take up this whole trellis. So I definitely didn't plant any on the other side. The beans are doing great. Oh, and I slipped in some rosemary in the back. The straw flowers, we don't have any flower heads yet, but these do get tall, so I have hope we're going to see some big, beautiful straw flowers. These plants are looking really good, and they haven't gotten eaten like the asters have. Pretty much all the peppers, other than maybe the Aji cachuchas, are flowering or have little baby peppers on them. These have some flowers. So all the peppers are looking really good. On this row we have all our squash. And this patty pan I actually didn't think was going to make it. It looked like doo-doo for a while. It looked really bad. This was the one I dropped in the roots, like all kind of broke. And I was really nervous that it wasn't going to make it because the squash don't like to have their roots disturbed when planting. But this one finally came back. I actually even reseeded beside it because I thought that it wouldn't make it. So I need to come back in and take these back out, even though these are growing really fast and this one's still a little bit slow. But look, it's going to be a yellow patty pan. This was also an, oops, sorry. This was also an heirloom variety blend. So it's really cool because these are yellow. And then the ones beside it that I've been harvesting are like a greenish white color. I just think these have got to be the cutest squash. And I made some of these last night. I made some chicken parmesan stuffed patty pan squash. And oh my goodness, they were delicious. I used to make them in zucchini boats, but I will just not be going back. It's patty pan from now on. The lemon squash are coming up. I haven't harvested one yet, but the plant is loaded with little baby lemon squash. So, and that one's about to open. So it's going to be no time at all before I start getting some lemon squash. Same with this one. There's just a ton of lemon squash. I have been hand pollinating all these squash. I haven't seen many bees yet. And just so you know, when you hand pollinate, you take a male flower, like this one back here, how it has no fruit on it, it's just a flower. And you could either take a little paintbrush and kind of put it in along the male stamen and then dip it in and swirl it around your female flower. Or you can pull the whole flower, tear the leaves or the petals off the flower carefully without disturbing the stamen. Open the female flower and gently swirl it around to ensure pollination. And then you know that your squash got pollinated. You don't have to wait for the bees. You can ensure that you're going to have a nice pollinated squash, which is what I've been doing for a lot of these. So so far it's worked out really well. Our Tondo squash is doing wonderful. I already got one really big squash from these, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. This one has been a really good producer so far. I mean, look at this plant. This plant is just so pretty to me. It's like a big squash bush. I tried to do these in a tomato cage trellis, but these are like against the ground. They're a very low-lying squash. I'm not sure that a cage is sufficient for this kind, but it's worth trying. I had to replant this one, so this was from seed. Our other Tondo squash didn't make it. This has been reseeded, and it is doing very good so far. Our basil that we put between all the squash, kind of hard to see because that one was covered up. That one's down there. It's just covered. So they're making it. They're in there. Just a little bit hidden. And then our birdhouse gourds are doing wonderful. I need to thin those too. I don't know if y'all could see it. It is so pretty out right now. Y'all see the rainbow? So I mentioned I didn't think we'd get blue Hubbard squash. Look at this beast of a plant. Holy cow. It said forget the tomato cage. Oh, it's attached, but this thing is going all the way back down to the ground. I'm going to have to get a T-post or a stake or something to hold this thing up because it is going wild. But look at the blue Hubbard squash. So this is neat. I'm actually not even sure what you do with blue Hubbard squash because I wasn't anticipating to get any. It was supposed to be a trap crop, and so far it's not not having any issues. We've got one over here too, and I just think that's really cool. I'm gonna have to look up what to do with blue Hubbard squash. That being said, on the note of trap crops, I mentioned that I haven't had any issues with squash vine borers last year. I officially have squash vine borers, and I also said I wasn't going to spray. These have been getting sprayed with BT weekly after the first visit from the vine borers because I just really, really want some squash this year. I'm not going to let the vine borers get the best of me. And even though I've been picking eggs off for hours a day, that's just not really a reliable way to make sure that the borers don't get my pretty, pretty squash. BT is an organic spray, and it is all natural and apparently very effective. Scared to say that because everything I said has come to fruition. It's made me into a dirty liar. This is the fruit bowl yarrow. It's getting nice and bushy. It's pretty. Looks like you can pet it. And I had one, I believe this is a snapdragon, pop up with that yarrow, so that'll be an interesting combination. Once again, our peppers. This is that Chinese giant bell pepper, and we do have some little bell peppers. I only got 2 bell peppers last year, so this will be really exciting to get a few. So pretty. Our dahlias are coming up so nice. We've got some that are maybe about to bloom. These are a Dandy Improved mix, if I remember correctly. So I won't get to see the color until they flower, and that'll be just such a pleasant surprise. Our pink eye peas, purple hull pink eye peas, these got covered in aphids. Like, I can't even explain to you how many aphids were on these, hundreds of aphids. And I sat out here blasting them with water, and eventually sprayed with insecticidal soap, which are very effective for aphids. And this is proof of that. These went from absolutely devoured, and I'll try to insert a picture, to looking beautiful. So the soap, insecticidal soap, it works. Our Jimmy Nardellos, they went from like this big, if y'all remember, to this big. They're doing so good. I think we will get some Jimmy Nardellos. These two didn't make it. I say that and then come over here and say these two didn't make it. There was one right here and one right there. I planted some Thai butterfly pea right here. This is the flowering vine that grows these really pretty blue flowers, and the flowers are actually edible. So you could use it to make your own food dyes that are natural. You could use it in the magic lemonade because it reacts with the acid in the lemons to create like a purple lemonade, like a color change effect. Super cool. So, and it's also beautiful. So I know that will just be absolutely stunning when it comes up. This is our San Marzano second row. When I said these are bushy, guys, I mean these are bushy. But there's about, I don't know, 8 to 10 tomatoes right there. Can y'all see it? What do I do with these? Am I supposed to trim these? I don't know at all, folks. Help me out. Leave me a comment. What do I do with these? Do I trim them up now? Is it too late? I still need to put the trellises on these, but they've got me intimidated. Look at these bad boys. What's that thing from Addams Family? Cousin It? Is that what it is? Just okay, maybe it's just me, but I feel like that looks like the Cousin It from Addams Family. Our bee balm. So I think this is pretty cool. I was watching back over my video just to remember how everything was. This bee balm on this side did not get the mycorrhizal inoculant, and 2 of them didn't make it, and they're also significantly smaller. Like, this is my hand. They're much smaller than the ones we put on this side with the mycorrhizal inoculant, and they all made it. Look at this compared to my hand. So I think the mycorrhizal inoculant was a win for these. That is the only difference between the planting of these and those, and these are bigger. They all made it. They all look much better. So I think that's proof that the inoculant won. I'll have to do a few more tests on that and see, but I don't know, phase 1 of the study showing pro towards the inoculant. All our peppers on this row look really good. This is their Serrano chili. I think it's pretty cool how all of them have slight differences. The stem on this one is like striped and it's kind of fuzzy. It's a pretty pepper plant. All my stalks are starting to get woody. They're really settling in nicely. Check this one out. So this is the Sugar Rush Peach. And I've got some Sugar Rush peaches hanging in there. Some good size ones too. They're getting big. Heck yeah. Lots of flowers here on our pumpkin spice jalapeno. Oh, and even a little baby jalapeno. It's one of our Chinese giants. There is a little pepper on the other side. So cool to see the fruits of your labor. Y'all remember that fish pepper that I said was variegated? Look at it. How pretty. I actually ended up finding someone at a local market selling 2 more of these plants, and I got them because how could I not? Like, it's so pretty. Just take another minute. Look at that. Look at it. It's just so different. And this bed, our last bed of the big garden, our giant orange marigolds we put in here are getting giant. Sorry. They're getting giant. And our butternut squash is growing so nicely. Need to help it back up. It keeps falling off the trellis. It doesn't really want to trellis by itself. You definitely have to help it. Weave it in and out. Kind of hard to do one-handed. I'll do the other one when I'm in this video. It's making lots of little baby butternut squash. But neither plant has put off a male flower yet. You can see them down here. They're ready. They're waiting. And nothing. It's such a bummer because, hey, wait, that looks like it's growing, but there hasn't been any male flowers. Can other squash pollinate these? I'm gonna have to look that up. There's so many. I hope another squash could pollinate those because that would be absolutely cool. I've been a little bit heartbroken thinking I wasn't going to get any. At least all these were going to go to waste. But maybe. Definitely going to have to do some research on that when I get done with this video. But I just think they're really cute. I put some marigolds down here just to add something. It felt like wasted space with nothing down there. Our spaghetti squash is going wild. It's going absolutely wild, but it is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to run between the corn on the rows, and it is absolutely doing that. So I'm definitely calling that a win. This one has some little babies on it. And our Mexican sunflowers are coming up nicely. It looks like this is going to try and trellis with the butternut squash, which is fine with me. Our corn, yeah, baby, look at that corn. So pretty. Maybe I'll get some corn this year. Except for that one. What's going on with that one? Oh, it looks like it just needs some soil around it. This spaghetti squash, we've already got one going. I hand pollinated this one too, so we have ensured success with this one. I'm going to come back and put an organza bag under it just to make sure nothing eats it from the ground. But check that out. Another little Mexican sunflower, and our marigolds hiding in here. Yeah, there's marigolds hiding on that side too, but these keep grabbing them, and I don't know how long they'll last, but they sure are pretty. I think this is my favorite bed just because of how full it looks. Thankfully, we haven't had issues with deer or rabbits yet, but we did have something come and try and dig up our pole here. I don't know what would do that, but that's quite interesting. Anyways, that's our progress so far on our large garden. It's looking super good. Thank y'all for joining me once again for this large garden tour. It has been a gorgeous afternoon spent with you, and I hope to see you for many more. If you could, like, comment, subscribe, write me in the comments, are San Marzano's true indeterminates? Are my tomato cages gonna work? Anyone who has experience with San Marzano tomatoes, I would appreciate your feedback. Anyways, thanks again for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.